I knew this day was going to come, but I didn't realize it was going to be so soon. But I'm gonna have to deal with it. I'm gonna have to solve it. Much like ripping off a band-aid, or filing a subpoena to your wife. You're gonna have to do it at some point, and it's not gonna be pretty. This is the Urbz, the Sims in the city. Now, where do I get started with this? Might as well from the beginning. It is the predecessor to The Sims 2 on PS2. As you can tell later on by how everyone looks, it was meant to be just a strange crossover between EA games and the Black Eyed Peas. Why do they have... There was eventually supposed to be a PC port at some point, as well as a sequel. However, the game did not sell as well, and so the sequel was just reworked into just The Sims 2, which I played before. If that was the sequel, and I played these in the wrong order, first off, shame on me. But secondly, what are we in for? Now then, as you can start off, we can tell there is no free mode this time. Absolutely not. That should make you wonder, should I still cover this? Well, I might as well. I already have it open, so let's just see what we can get. Let's create a sim. No, create an herb? Okay, sure, let's try that. There's no options here. Is this even Bobby Lad? Who is Bobby Lad? What is Bobby Lad? So you have to pick a district to start in. These guys say they're dudes, so I might as well do the dudes. I have to. It makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna start, and now I have some dude named Will. I don't know who I am, but, it's something about reputation. I got an apartment in the city. It's very different, but at least, they made my, lot searching job easier. That's fine with me. What can I do? I need to get a job. Can I get a job? No? Can I buy furniture? Well, not from my phone. I've never been able to do it on the phone anyway, so... Okay, I can just leave this place. Now I can just talk to people. Okay, it's weird. It doesn't feel right. It still plays like the other Sims games instead of the regular Direct Sims 2 control, which, honestly, I wish it was the Direct Sims 2 control. This is just bizarre. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I need to make money. I skateboard? Okay, I'm skateboarding. Did I even make me money? I don't know. Alright, I now get these social moves. Let's see what this one does. Huh. Well, they're fine with it, so fine with me. Okay, there's a clothes store. I can finally get something. This doesn't seem right. This isn't my son. This isn't the lad I've known to grow in love over the past few years. What is going on? What is it? What is this? What is even happening? Can this even work as a game? Does this even work in life? I met a traveler from an antique land who said, "Two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Near them, on the sand, half sunk, a half-shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip, and sneer of cold command, tell that its sculpture well those passions read, which yet survive, stamped on these lifeless things, the hand that mocked them, and the heart that fed. And on the pedestal, these words appear, My name is Bobby Lad, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. Nothing beside remains, round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretch far away." There's a lad in all of us. Some of them Bobby, some of them under a different name. How are we supposed to know? We've seen this journey many times. We've seen it not work out as well as we thought. We've seen some grow old. We've seen some other things happen. But we've always seen the same journey again and again. Can I fault this game for being different? For trying something else? It's not the same usual routine, the same routine we've done before. So how can I fault this game? Is it really as bad as people say? Can it be better? Maybe, but can't you say that for all things? Couldn't all things have some sort of improvement to make them better? Much like us. We always seek self-improvement. We always want to get better. We always want to be better. Much like an astute comparison as this, it might not be that far off to assume that the game itself is just experiment that might have gone wrong. It might have just not worked out as they had hoped. But most importantly, this did give us very important changes to the franchise. For example, we now have the ability to go into the city. We've never really had a view of what city life would be like in these games. We do eventually get it later in the form of Sims 3 Late Night and even later on Sims 4 City Living. However, those are quite different in this case. This old early 2000s-esque view is kind of a time capsule into what city life used to be like, or rather, how it was perceived by late 90s, early 2000s nostalgia, perhaps. Well, perhaps not nostalgia, but that's how we feel now going back to it. Yeah, you don't usually hear about William or Black Eyed Peas anymore, so how can we fault the game for giving us something interesting, something different? These styles, you don't see these styles anymore. The only other game that's been as unhinged as this was the Sims busting out. However, that still tried to hold itself back to the standard Sims formula. Sure, the story mode lets you drive around and stuff, which I've not explored, but it's still different. The Urbz, on the other hand, tried to do something bold and just dedicate itself entirely. It didn't want to go halfsies. It just wanted to entirely focus on just this new experience they wanted to offer. It might not appeal to all, but I imagine it appeal to some, and that's what's most important. So I think what you should really consider is, what is the lasting impact of this game in terms of the Sims franchise? It's a very long series of games that's been going on for quite a while, and I certainly don't think I'm going to have any shortage of games to do the Bob or Lad experiment. However, just because a game doesn't let me do the exact stages of quote-unquote life that I had arbitrarily decided, does that really determine it's a bad game? After all, as I said prior, The Sims Castaway, I said that was the best game, or rather, a very enjoyable game. Yet, there's no such thing as cars in that universe. So, how would that work? That would entirely be contradictory to my point. In that case, if it's not a valid metric or it doesn't mean much, then what is the purpose of it? Was there a purpose to making the same sim again and again? A matter of consistency, perhaps. Or maybe there's something more. Perhaps there's something we can relate to this. Playing any game, just creating something very familiar. Perhaps you make yourself in a role-playing game, or name the main character after you. You get this sense of familiarity, this sense of fully immersing yourself in the experience, making it a part of you, making yourself a part of the world, making it all-encompassing, all-knowing, all fun. And isn't that what's the most important? If a game is fun, if we have fun with the game, even if we don't have fun playing it, perhaps the memories of playing it are the most enjoyable part. Or critiquing it face to face or through online videos. Perhaps that's where the fun lies. Or even not playing the game at all and having other people talk about it. There's all manners of enjoyments that come from a game. And the important analysis I have to do with this game now is, the Urbz does not let me do the standard Bobby Lad formula that I've been doing with these videos. Does that make it a bad game? Yes. Now, ignoring that, we have to now make the decision of, is it a fun game to play? Because after all, that's the most important part. No, it's not a fun game, so we can ignore that merit as well. Does this game have any merit to this? No, it's ugly. I don't like the music. It makes it too loud. It makes me cry. But if we ignore all those merits, it is very much, I'm going to have to be as blunt, as brutally honest as can be. It is certainly a game. And isn't that what's most important?